What's going on, YouTube? It's your host Joey McDonald, and welcome back to my channel On the Field Sports for some Week 12 picks. So I'm telling you, last week we had some really good games last week in week number 11. So hopefully we'll see some good games this week, And first of all, and before I do this, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody with Thanksgiving coming up. So I hope everyone stays safe and just stay safe. So we got some good Week 12 games coming up this week, especially we got 3 games coming up on Thanksgiving. So without further ado, let's get to our picks, shall we? And of course, we start off on Thanksgiving as we got the Houston Texans heading to Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions. And last week, Houston had a very impressive win over a New England Patriots team, and Deshaun Watson looked pretty good, and I think this week they'll probably bounce back with another win this week against the Detroit Lions team, and it's still trying to find its identity. So I got Detroit winning this game 34-24. Now we come to one of the longest rivalries in the entire NFL. We got the Washington football team heading down to Dallas to take on the Dallas Cowboys, and this game could determine who's going to be in first place. Yeah, first place is going to be on the line. I mean, both of them are 3-7, and whoever wins this game might be in first place. So one was going to be 4-7. So, but I think at the end, I think Dallas is going to make it. I think this is going to be a really good football game, But I think Dallas is going to make more plays at the end, and I got them winning this game 27-23. Now we head to the next game for the third game of our Thanksgiving Day triple header, as we got the Baltimore Ravens heading to Pittsburgh to take on the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. And the Baltimore Ravens, I'm telling you, that's a team in disarray right now, and losing a tough one last Sunday against the Tennessee Titans. But could they be the team that gives Pittsburgh their first loss this season? I think they can, and I think they will. And I have Baltimore upsetting the Steelers 27-17. Now we had just the Sunday games as we got the Las Vegas Raiders heading down south to the ATL to take on the Atlanta Falcons, and the Raiders last week took the lead late against the Chiefs, but Patrick Mahomes and his magic did his thing last Sunday night against the Raiders, and but this one I think Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs are going to have a really good game this Sunday against the Atlanta Falcons team, and I think it's going to be a good game throughout, but I think Las Vegas will pull it out at the end. I have them winning this game 28-20. And now we come to the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo's come off a bye last week, and Justin Herbert had another outstanding game, and they laid his case for Rookie of the Year. And I think it's going to be a shootout right here. We got 2 exciting young quarterbacks in the AFC. Justin Herbert of the Chargers against Josh Allen of the Bills. I expect this one to be a really good one. I expect a shootout at the end, and I think at the end, Buffalo's going to pull it out at the end on a last-second field goal, 37-34. And now we come to the New York Giants taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, and some bad news for Bengals fans. Joe Burrow tore his ACL, MCL last week, and a loss to Washington last week. So, and he said he'll be ready for 2021, but I see this team is going to be worse and worse for the Bengals, and I think Daniel Jones will probably throw at least I'll say 2 to 3 touchdowns in this game, and I think that it's going to be a low-scoring game, but I got the Giants pulling this one out 23-13. And now we come to, I think, one of the best matchups in week number 12. So as the Tennessee Titans take on the Indianapolis Colts, and this is for first place on the line in the AFC South, and in my opinion, I think this game should be on Sunday Night Football. So, but this one's going to be a 1 o'clock game, and but I'm telling you, this is going to be a really good one. Last week, the Colts pulled out an impressive win over the Green Bay Packers, and Tennessee coming back from down 21-10 last Sunday against Baltimore. and I think this is going to be a good one. But at the end, I think Phil Rivers and company is going to make more plays than Ryan Tannehill at the end, and I think they're going to win this one. But I think it's going to be close, though. I got them winning this game 35-31. Now we got the Carolina Panthers heading to Minnesota to take on the Vikings, and Vikings lost a tough one last Sunday to Dallas, and I think Kirk Cousins and company's gonna probably bounce back in this one, and I've seen them holding Carolina to under 20 points in this one, and I have them winning this one 24-14. And now we come to the Miami Dolphins against the New York Jets, and I'm saying last week was a tough one for Tua, as I think he had a really bad game against Denver in altitude and with the weather, and but I did hear that the head coach Brian Flores says that he will be the starter this Sunday against a really bad New York Jets football team, and I expect them. I think they're gonna probably blow the Jets right out of the water, and I have them winning this game 38-7. And now we come to the Cleveland Browns against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I will say last Sunday Cleveland had a really impressive one last week against the Philadelphia Eagles, and because that running attack is one of the very best in the NFL, and I think they're going to continue to do that against the Jacksonville defense, and I predict they'll probably run for over 200 yards in this game on the ground, and I have them winning this game 35-13. Now we get to our late games. Our first late game of Week 12 is the New Orleans Saints head to Denver to take on the Denver Broncos, and Tyson Hill had a really strong first game as a starter last Sunday against San Francisco, against Atlanta, and can he do it again? But this time in a very cold environment, I think he can, and I think New Orleans will be better on both sides of the ball, and I have New Orleans winning this game 32-20. Now we got a matchup in the NFC West as the San Francisco 49ers take on the Los Angeles Rams, and the Rams coming off a very impressive win down in Tampa against Tom Brady and company, and forcing two interceptions, and I think their defense will come out swinging in this one, and I think they're going to probably dominate this 49ers team, and I have them winning this game 28-13. But now we come to what I think the game is probably the game of the week right here, as we got the defending world champions Kansas City Chiefs heading down to Tampa Bay to face Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we get to see another Brady versus Mahomes matchup, and this is going to be, I think it's going to be a shootout all the way down to the end, but at the end, I think the Kansas City defense will probably make a play at the end to stop Tom Brady from potentially tying this game up, and I see the Chiefs moving up on to 10-1 after this game, and I have them winning this game 38-31. Now we come to the Sunday night game. That is, we got the oldest rivalry in the NFL. The Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers, and that bad man Aaron Rodgers, and in this one, I expect the Packers to bounce back nice after a really tough loss to Indy last Sunday, and in overtime, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a vintage game in him. I think they'll throw for at least 3 touchdowns and pass over 300 yards, and I have them winning this game 31-17. And now we come to the Monday night game as Seattle comes all the way to the East Coast to take on the Philadelphia Eagles, and this one will be interesting because, like I said, because Seattle had a very good win last Thursday night against a really good Arizona football team, and Carson Wentz is, one way or another, I think he would probably get benched at the end, towards the end of the season. So, but I think Russell Wilson and company will be too much for that Philly defense to handle, and I got Seattle winning this game 29-14. Whew. Man. I will say, I'm telling you, these should be interesting. But when I look at some of these games, I'm telling you, that Tennessee Indy game, I think is going to be, I think the best game of the AFC, because whoever wins that game is going to be in first place after this Sunday. So expect it to be a good one. But I think the game of the week is going to be Kansas City versus Tampa. We see Brady versus Mahomes again. And it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a really fun game. Alright, everybody, that's it for the show this week. And I just want to say, hope everyone stays safe and sound during this Thanksgiving. And don't forget to wash your hands, social distance, and wear a mask during these times. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I'll see you guys next week for the show, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.